Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We'll continue now talking about the mad types because of the sukoon. We already took the first two types of them, the mad with the presented sukoon or al-mad al-arid lis-sukoon. The second type of it is the mad al-lin or the soft lengthening. Now we'll be taking the last type of the mad types overall and the last type of the mad types on the mad because of the sukoon. Which is the compulsory mad. Compulsory mad. We call it compulsory. It means al-maddul lazim. And why they call it lazim or why they call it compulsory? Because this mad is going to be applied for 6 counts and it should not be less than 6. It will be all the time done as 6 counts. It will never be applied as 2 or 4 or 5, but all the time we're going to apply 6 counts. And you'll be doing it while connecting and while stopping. So, while connecting or stopping, you will keep doing 6 counts. Yeah, that's why they call it compulsory. Okay. We can have this kind of mad on a word. We can have it on a word. And we can have it on a letter. On a letter. So we'll be taking the first type of mad, the compulsory mad, in a word. The compulsory mad in a word. We'll start talking now about the heavy compulsory mad. Heavy compulsory mad in a word. Here we'll be having the second letter coming after the mad letter. But it will be elongated, the mad letter will be elongated for 6 counts. So how do I know this kind of mad? I'll look after the mad letter. If we have a double letter, so this mad letter will be elongated for 6 counts. Like what? Like ad-dallin. We call this heavy, compulsory, mad in a word because it comes in a word. And we call it heavy because it is followed by a double letter. So if you find a double letter coming after the mad letter, so you're going to elongate the mad letter to be 6 counts. It's like الطامة, like that. فإن حاجوك. So we have 6 counts. So this kind of is very easy. If you find double letter coming after the mad letter, so you're going to elongate the mad letter to be 6 counts. The second type, if this is not heavy, we call this heavy because we have a doubled letter. So if it's not doubled, if the letter coming after the mad letter is second, but it's not doubled, okay? It is not doubled. So we call this light compulsory mad in a word. And it is only found in 2 places in the Quran. The word al-an, and it's found on Surah Yunus. This word is found 2 times on Surah Yunus. This is the only place we have this kind of mad. Al-an. Here we have we are elongating the alif because it is followed by lam, which is second, and this second letter is not doubled. So that's why we call this light compulsory mad in a word. In Arabic we call al-mad al-lazim al-kalimi al-mukhaffaf. Okay. So this is the first type to have the compulsory mad in a word. Under this we have the heavy, if it is followed by double letter, and we have the light when it is followed by second letter. It is only found in 2 words in the Quran, on Surah Yunus, on the word al-an. So now, if it's not found in a word, it's going to be found in a letter. What do we mean by a letter? I mean the letters which is pronounced at the beginning of the surahs, like Noon, Sad, Qaf, Alif, Lam, Mim. So what do we have now? We have letters. These are not words. These are letters coming at the beginning of the surahs. So you see that we are elongating this for 6 counts. When you say Noon, we call this compulsory mad, but it's not in a word. It is in a letter. It is in a letter. So do we have some conditions to apply this mad? Yes. What are the conditions we have? The first condition that this letter should be written or pronounced as three letters. Three letters. For example, when I say noon, I pronounce noon, then wow, and then noon. So it is written as and pronounced as three letters. Noon, noon, nu, nu, then wow, then noon, noon. Okay, so here we're going to apply 6 counts. If it is compulsory, so it is directly 6 counts for all the types of it. There will be no difference. All of them will take six counts. To be in a word, to be in a letter, to be heavy, to be light, all of them will be taken 6 counts. So here we have the first condition to apply in a letter, which is that the letter should be pronounced as 3 letters, and these 3 letters should be having the mad letter in the middle. Like noon, the mad letter is in the middle of it. And the last condition, that the last letter of this letter, while pronouncing it, when I say noon, here we have noon at the end, is merged. If you have it, now is noon is not a good example. For example, say alif lam mim. Lam is written as or pronounced as lam alif mim. So it is pronounced as 3 letters. The middle of it is the mad letter. The last of it is mim, and this mim is merged into the letter coming after it. We call this heavy compulsory mad in a letter. Now the letter is doubled, but it is in the pronunciation of the letter itself. So when I say lam, now the mad letter, which is the alif in the middle of lam, okay, is followed by a letter which is merged into another letter, or which is gonna be also doubled. Like, remember we said that on the compulsory mad in a word, if it is followed by a double letter, we call it heavy. Yes, the same is here, but it's in a letter, the pronunciation of the letter. So when you say lam, it is pronounced as lam alif mim, and the middle of it is the mad letter, and the last of it, which is the mim, is merged, is doubled. Okay, lam, that's why we call heavy. So it is not heavy like noon. Here we have also 3 conditions. The first one of them is the same like before, that the pronunciation of this letter is 3 letters. When you say noon, you pronounce noon, wow, noon. So you are pronouncing 3 letters. The middle one of them is the mad letter, which is the wow. But the third letter here is not going to be merged. It's not going to be doubled. Okay? It's going to be only second. Noon. So this letter noon is not merged. The last one of it is not merged into another letter. So that's why we call it light compulsory mad in a letter. So we took the heavy compulsory mad in a letter, which is like lam, and we call it heavy because the last letter of it, which is the mim, is merged into another letter. And we took the light compulsory mad in a letter, which is like noon. We have 3 letters. Pronunciation of the letters is in 3 letters. The middle one of them is mad letter, but the last letter is not merged, is not doubled. Okay, it is only second letter, like noon, qaf. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We wanna search for that. We're gonna take a homework for the general type of maths we took now. We took the math because of the sukoon. We took the math that represents sukoon. We took the soft lengthening. We need you to bring us examples for that. Examples from the Quran, from Surah Al-Duha till Surah Al-Nas. But we are not, we'll be not finding the mad, the compulsory mad in a letter at the end of the Mus'haf. You will find it maybe on chapter 29. So you can find it on 29, or you can bring us some examples and show us. Or I can give you also some examples and you tell me which one of them is going to be heavy, which one of them is going to be light. So for the rest of the types of the mad we took because of the sukoon, you're going to search by yourself, starting Surah Al-Nas till Surah Al-Duha. But for this kind of mad, which is the mad in the letter, you will tell me what are the type of mad in it, if it is heavy or light. And as I told you, generally we will be applying 6 counts on both of the heavy and the light compulsory mad in a letter. So I'll be giving you some examples of that, like hamim, hamim. I want you to tell me, does ha work when you say ha? Does ha work for the conditions we said? For example, ha. Let us see. When you say ha, it is not 3 letters. It is only ha and alif. So the first condition is not fulfilled. It is not gonna be compulsory mad now. It's gonna be natural mad. Ha. So this one is not gonna work. So what about meme? Meme, we pronounce it as meme, yeah, meme. So works because it is formed of 3 letters. And the middle one of them is mad letter, and that was the second condition, and it is also fulfilled here. And the third one of them is not merged. When you say meme, do you add something after meme? No. So the last letter of it, which is meme, is not merged into another one. So we call this light compulsory mad in a letter. So the first one, ha, is a natural mad, but meme is the light compulsory mad in a letter. So ha is 2 counts because it is a natural mad, and meme is a compulsory mad, which is 6 counts. So pronounce it hamim. So I want you to tell me the same way I did now, and I answered now, on alif lam mim and on ta sin mim. And I want you to send me the answers. You will be taking every letter by itself. Alif lam mim, you will tell me about the alif. Does it work as a compulsory mad in a letter or not? And then tell me about the lam, and then tell me about the meme, and about ta sin meme, the same thing. You'll be telling me about the ta. Does it work as compulsory mad? And if it works, which kind of mad is gonna be? Is heavy or light? What about the sin, and what about the meme? This is gonna be your homework. I just wanted to add something at the end. Maybe you asked about, as I told you, that the mad with the present sukoon we took at the beginning is applied only while stopping, and while connecting it's going to be changed to natural mad. So what about the soft lengthening? The soft lengthening only done while stopping, the same thing. But if you connect it, it's not going to be natural mad. The mad will escape totally. There will be no mad. Like, for example, الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف بسم الله خوف. So when you connect, there is no mad. خوف, where is the mad? There is no mad. Why? Because you didn't stop. You connected it. So for the soft lengthening, there is a difference also between the soft lengthening and the mad with the present sukoon in this point. That when you connect the mad with the present sukoon, it is changed to be natural mad. But the soft lengthening, when you connect, is not gonna be changed to natural mad, but it will escape. The mad will escape. There is no mad will be applied. جزاكم الله خيرا. I'll be waiting for your homework. Hope everything is clear. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.